No tale could truly be underway without brooding in a corner somewhere. Let's seize the night. Friends.
Oh, 'tis the little warrior. I bet you're soft and tender inside your tin britches.
I'll eat your gizzard while it's still attached to your quivering body. This is thy payment for bringing final death to Ozra the Unliving.
This is what happens when word gets around, and boy did it really get around. Ozra the Unliving, I would say, is not as harrowing of a foe as these three Premisal Revenants can be. How you doing? But, something I didn't realize.
From within the convent, Aneska, I will protect thee.
When I was younger.
The Archbishop be damned.
Is that those Revenants, don't chase you to the ends of the earth. When I was younger, I just went in there and got 3v1'd. Again, and again, and Potence crushed, and again. But I'm wiser now. Yes. I am an elder.
Christof, thou hast brought evil into this holy place. This taint follows thy soiled soul.
It burns. The she-cow's vile purity burns like unto the sun.
Back to the abyss, hellspawn. Thou art anathema in the eyes of God. Die and be damned.
Away with thee! We forbid thee to defile this holy place.
That's right, no defiling.
Now, we revenge the fallen revenants.
Don't do it. Don't revenge the fallen Revenants. That would be dangerous. Whoop. Have a drink. Let the healing juices fill me up. And clean it up.
It appears that I am once again in thy debt, brave sir, for coming to us in our time of need.
As I am in thy debt, for saving my life with thy tender care, and for thy uncommon valor in standing with me against the forces of hell.
I pray, my lord, that thou art always near to deliver us from this evil.
Milady, I pledge my arm to thy cause for as long as I draw breath and beyond.
Don't look too close to that right fist.
And I have faith in the safety of our humble convent.
Archbishop Giza must have escaped out a window.
His skill is great, and he fights with the strength of a demon.
His courage has opened the minds again. Think how the gift of Cain would enhance the might of such a man.
Aye. He has done great service to the Promethean cause by dispatching Ozra without our involvement. But this decision must be made with surpassing care.
With so many of us missing, we need his sword in the coming tumult. The other clans are surely considering him for the embrace by now.
No doubt. But hast thou forgotten the power the Church wields over the minds of these mortals, Cosmos? His faith is the strength behind his steel. Stripped of his faith, would he be of any use to us, I wonder?
He has been cut from the herd by his wound. He's been separated from the heart of his sword brethren by many miles. Like any stray, he is more malleable. He may bend rather than break.
Thou art wise, Cosmos. How well thou knowest the hearts of men of war. Yet, I am not convinced.
The Premisals are enraged at his continuing interference in their plans. I have learned that they have now placed a rich bounty upon his head. He'll not outlive the next moon.
Get thee to the prince, and tell him that this night, Ekaterina the Wise awakens another into darkness.
Thanks for showing us.
My will is done.
And Cosmos, should this Christof falter or fail, he must fall.
Storyteller, thanks for showing us that camera angle conversation.
Niska, I must speak with thee.
Hush, lest thou rouse the convent with thy clamor.
I have wandered the city for hours, yet each turn of the streets did lead me back here.
My lord, 'tis dusk. Thou shouldst not be out of doors. Fiends shall soon be legion.
I would fight all fiends of hell to stand at thy door.
And how may our holy order assist his lordship this eve?
Milady, thou must hear me. I sought to tell thee once before, but fear took my voice.
What power could daunt the man who hath faced demons from hell?
The face of an angel from heaven.
Oh, my lord,
Thou hast struck me a wound that heals not. My life's blood pours out before me, and I cannot stanch it. I do love thee, fair Niska. I do love thee with a passion I have never known.
My lord, I must protest. Such love is an affront to heaven.
If thou deny me, I am undone.
I cannot deny thee. I too am afflicted with a wound for which thou art the only cure. My soul fell when first I beheld thee, and now my heart is cleft in twain. My love of God and my love of thee have torn me to ribbons, for I must betray one to keep faith with the other.
Thus my sins do pour out before me, for I have spilt my wickedness upon thy innocent bosom.
Nay, 'tis my wanton desire that hath ensnared thy virtuous heart. I was a fool to confess my heart to thee. Gladly would I imperil mine own soul, but never thine.
Then truly we are lost. Our souls are beyond all hope of redemption.
My lord, look thou at the locket thou didst give me. 'Tis the locket of St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes.
Thus fate makes a bitter mockery of our plight.
Say not so. Where the saints tread, hope follows. Mayhap St. Jude shall bring us hope past all hope. I pray we find a way.
I pray so too. Thy hopeful words have filled my heart with courage, and I can leave satisfied. Farewell, fair Aniska.
Nay, the streets are not safe at night. Thou must stay here in the convent till the sun shines again.
May God have mercy upon my soul, for the devil has just placed into my heart the most impure of notions. I do tremble to confess it, but I feel I would cast away all holiness to stay. I would exchange an eternity of heaven's bliss for one night by thy side.
Know thee that thou art not alone in such desires.
Then truly I am damned. I am condemned for my lust, but I must not drag thee into the abyss with me. I must flee this holy place and return no more.
My lord, come back!
It's that hot love that burns so hard. Just...
Hold fast.
Release me! I command thee!
Thou struggles nobly. I love such passion. A lesser man could not even speak in my grasp.
What art thou? A demon sent from hell?
I am here to save thee, Christof, to deliver thee from thy mortal shackles.
By the power of the Lord Eternal, I banish thee from my presence.
Poor child, thy faith died long ago. Amidst a dread battle, thou came to know thy true nature. Thou art a killer of men, no matter how thou dost try to justify thy deeds. Thou kills not when compelled by God, but when ordered by men. Now come to me. I am the mother of thy rebirth.
I know thy ways, demon, and I have lore enough to kill thee.
Nay, thou art helpless in my hands as a naked babe.
Nay! Oh, nay!
Welp.
Water. Aneska. Water, I beg of thee. I thirst. I starve.
I am Ekaterina the Wise, Ekaterina the Promethean, Ekaterina, the leader of the Bruja clan. We are the children of Cain, and now thou art one of us.
God have mercy on my soul. I am damned.
Steady now, whelp. Thou lackst the strength to fight, and I would slice thee in twain without hesitation.
Thou must feed, my child, before the hunger overtakes thee and drives thee mad.
Am I now a miserable demon, stealing blood to live? Damned and cursed to hell? Is this all that remains of noble Christof?
Nay, my child. There is far more to thee than ever before. Thou art Bruja now. We Bruja are the philosophers of Cain's lineage. Where other clans treasured gold and trinkets, we sought pure wisdom. We strove to unravel the thorny knots that bind the very gates of heaven. Are we damned? Nay, we are exalted. In fabled Carthage, we lived in concordance with all mortals. Together we sought the secrets of Eden, that the children of Cain and the children of Seth would be raised up. But the hated Ventru grew jealous of our power. The patrician clan betrayed us and tried to destroy us. We survived, but fabled Carthage did not. Despite this great loss, we Prometheans continue our search for harmony with all mortals.
We are the most noble of our breed, Christof. We seek only the fulfillment of the dream that was Carthage. But we need thy help to achieve this goal. A war lies ahead. A terrible battle that calls for warriors like us.
Wars among devils do not concern me.
We will cause thee to think otherwise, whelp.
Enough, Cosmos! The Bruja blood needs time to cool. Come, let us leave our young one to think upon his situation. But know this, Christof, thou would have been killed or embraced by our enemies on this night. We have given thee life eternal, and awakened thee to the true face of thy world. I do not expect gratitude, but our clan requires loyalty or death.
There is no life in me. Even my heart has ceased to beat. My very soul has been stripped from me. There is nothing left for salvation or damnation.
Thou needs must pledge fealty to thy new mistress.
This is our first time to process everything. So Archbishop Giza blames Christof for what happened in the convent. Christof saves the convent. He has a chat with Aneska. They confess their bright, burning, hot, all-consuming feelings for each other. Again, it's It's that hot, tempestuous love, lust, infatuation, obsession. Many songs have been written about such. Then Christof runs off into the night, where he ends up being embraced by Katarina the Wise. Katarina, actually, lore-wise, wasn't embraced at this time period. I think the intro cinematic says 1141. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Beckett's Diary, which was the last of the V20 source books, probably resolves that to be in the 1190s, that Christof was embraced, meaning Katarina had been embraced for, I don't know, 40, 50 years by then. Immaterial to where we are here in the year of our Lord 2000, playing Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. But yeah, it's not like him being in the convent was gonna save him from her anyway. She embraces him. He's a fledgling, a whelp, a stripling, having been told that he is now one of the Bruja, a philosopher. Yes. And his blood has had time to cool, and now Katarina's like, you're going to pledge your fealty to me. And Christof's like, I feel like this is I feel like Christof can temper his rage after being flung by some sort of Tremere telekinesis movement of the mind. Yeah. Yeah, having been totally paralyzed by her lower face and subjected to the vampiric kiss, which he didn't enjoy that well by the sounds of things.
I am newly remade and know little of this world. I agree only to follow thy lead for the present.
Such rebelliousness is unseemly in a Bruja. I do not like such willfulness in my childer.
He displays as much fealty as can be expected from such a one, Katarina.
Very well, Cosmos. Then thou may hold his leash. We shall see if he takes instruction with more deference. Christof, thou must understand that our enemies are legion, and none more vile than Clan Tzimisce, which infests Prague like a plague. The fiends seek thy death in payment for the slaying of Azra and her Schlachta servitors. If thou art to survive, thou must quickly master the powers of thy blood. Thou must pay heed to all our laws, or thou wilt become a gibbering monster like the Tzimisce. Our first law...
Mistress Ekaterina, I crave thy indulgence. Christof is a man of action. His learning shall be the greater on the field of battle than the parlors of the Prometheans. Let me take him on my mission to Garanal's Haven, where he may learn our ways firsthand. I could use a stout broadsword protecting my back.
Christof is not yet ready.
Verily, he is as ready as he shall ever be.
I would have thy counsel, Cosmos.
Christof is no Bruja philosopher. His hot blood cools too much when he has no mission and curdles. Send him forth. If he survives, he will have mastered our ways.
Very well. Christof, go thou with Wilhelm Stryker. Trust what he says if thou wouldst outlive the night. Go, my swordsman, and strike deep into the lair of our dear ally, Garanal the Cappadocian.
Time to cut thy teeth, fledgling.
Alright, let's take this off for a moment. Wouldn't want to be brandishing that in this situation. So, Katarina the Wise, the head of the Bruja here. I hesitate to call her the Primogen, primarily because the Camarilla doesn't exist in this time period. Cosmos is her child. Christof is also her child. Wilhelm Stryker is Cosmos's child. Take a look at the character sheet. Christof is Generation 9. Katarina at this time is Generation 8. Wilhelm is Generation 10. Does that mean that Wilhelm is weaker than Christof? Not necessarily, but it would mean that Christof's blood potential is stronger than that of Wilhelm's. However, he is but a fledgling. Wilhelm is a neonate. He's had time, whom's can say how long, to acquaint himself with being a Cainite. He certainly has more experience in this world. He has some more hit points and a higher maximum blood pool. We'll see Christof's increasing. Note that we no longer have faith. We have a frenzy bar, though. And yes, instead of mana, not that we were ever using spell points, we have a blood pool. Gonna have to drink at some point. Stats-wise, Wilhelm's got 5 more points of dexterity, more perception and intelligence and wits, meaning that he's less likely to frenzy, but much less charisma. And our quest is recover the Nod Fragment. Cross Judith Bridge and enter Petrin Hill Monastery, find the Nod Fragment, and bring it to Ekaterina. Inventory-wise, he has his own halberd, short bow, some arrows, and 2 scrolls of Awaken. Awaken is used to revive a vampire who's fallen into torpor. And these drinks, we're going to hold on to these. Not that I don't trust the AI, it's that I don't trust the AI. And yes, we can no longer use our healing salves and ointments and elixirs, but we can eat rats. Yum, 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 yum. Here, hold my rats for me. You have a very important task. Willem has no equipment. At least, like, regards to, like, gear he's wearing, just the trappings of war. Disciplines-wise, we have some adjustments to make. We have Feed, which allows us to drain blood from targeted victim, enemy or friendly. Blood Healing to restore our health. Celerity to enhance our movement and attack speed. Potence to increase automatic damage. Eyes of the Beast to increase visual senses. That's not a useful quality to have in this video game, if memory serves. It's not like it alleviates the darkness. I don't think it acts as Heightened Senses does in this game. I don't believe it reveals past Obfuscate. Feral Claws, one of the most powerful disciplines in this video game. And touch of that Bruja Presence, Awe, charming the target towards the user. Christof here has Blood Strength unlocked, whereas Wilhelm doesn't. But his Feed and Blood Healing are at 1 level each. He's got Celerity and Potence at 1 level as opposed to 2. He has no Protean, so he cannot wield the Feral Claws at this time, but maybe he will gain that power to do so. Going to take those off the quick bar. We'll leave that there for now. His awe is 1. Yeah, okay. We'll put that on there for now, too. The AI has a tendency to sneak in uses of awe, even if you don't have it on the quick discipline bar. Even if you've forbidden it from them from being able to use those powers if they're not on the quick discipline bar, so what the hell, we'll leave it on there. And awe can be quite useful. Anyway, have a look at the university before I go. Ekaterina and Cosmos. And the textures themselves in here. Alright. Let's get into some more conversation.
Ekaterina is a scholar, not a warrior born. She would keep her fledgling studying vampire lore in her nest till Gehenna comes, and never hurl them from the nest to test their wings. But I cannot spend hours debating Cainite wisdom in a university. Give me a stout broadsword in my hand, and the sweet taste of my foe's blood on my tongue, and I have all the wisdom I need. And I suspect thou art akin to me.
I am not akin to thee, Blood Guzzler. I strike only those that deserve my steel. I do not murder the innocents to gorge on their blood.
Thou shalt feed upon blood, or thou shalt die. But thou need not kill to do so. Drink only so much blood as will sustain thee. Suffer thy prey to live on, for to kill during the feeding is to violate our Promethean ethic. And that way lies the beast.
The beast?
A beast born of Cain's sin doth coil within thy breast, Christof. Keep it at bay, or be lost forever. Acts of cruelty unleash that beast until it rules thee, as it rules many of Azra's kin.
The beast made them madmen?
Nay, the mad vampires are called Malkavian. Shouldst thou meet one, God help thee. Shouldst thou need his assistance, God cannot help thee. Nay, the beast is not mere madness, but demonic possession by the curse of Cain. We Prometheans are wayfarers in the land of the beast, but we stray not from the road of humanity, the Via Humanitas. By our acts of compassion are we saved from the jaws of the beast. Remember this always, or be devoured from within.
That's right. Remember it always. Note that we are now able to target the townsfolk and guards.
Thou hast life everlasting, so long as thou keepest thy pallid flesh hidden from the sun's hateful rays. The life-giving sun only brings death to the likes of us. Each day we must retreat to our haven in the chambers below the university.
Indeed. Our haven. That is where we can rest to spend our experience points. And that's where, in 1.0, we had to go to save the game. You'll have a good time. The convent and cathedral hold no business for us. That barrel does, though. That barrel has great power and potential within it. To disappoint me. Pick up some rats. Don't mind me. Just, keeping the streets of Prague clean. What say you about all this?
Good day to ye, young sir.
Yes, good day to me indeed. Note that I can no longer use items that require to be human only. But of course, things that would be kindred only are open to us. We have 670 gold. So there are options available. Fine rapier, 25 accuracy, it's pretty good. Hitting is important, but damage dealing is also important too. A tricky balance that. Now, these two have the same manipulation score, which determines prices in shops. If one of them had a super high manipulation score, we could engage in some buying and selling crimes. I showed off in Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis in multiple playthroughs. I don't think I'm going to be making use of a short bow to pull. And I'd like to keep the inventory clearer. So we'll chuck these two. There we go.
Ye have my hand on it. 'Tis a deal.
737. Now, we're not quite done yet. I guess I'll take care of the rest of business before we get embarked on our quest. There will be several more minutes of lore and interaction before we end the episode, so strap yourselves in.
I grow faint.
The hunger overcomes thee. The beast strengthens as thou weaken from lack of blood. Canst thou feel him uncoiling in thy heart? Thou must feed. Feed or die, Christof, for I shall kill thee before I let the beast claim thee.
You got it, buddy. Pre-sun juice box? I definitely did not stop that feeding, Christof.
Only what thou needs, Christof, no more. Behold, his wound vanishes. Monsieur shouldn't drink so much wine, eh, Christof? Do not worry, he'll wake up and know nothing of what has happened. Most mortals find great pleasure in the dark kiss. Ekaterina tells us that in Carthage, the mortals happily submitted to it.
Well then. Guess it's the drink I'm having for now. Good chat with you, Norna. We have some,
These powers tempt me to dark acts.
One moment.
How easily could I rain devastation on all who vex me?
Thy fear and thy power conspire to make of thee a beast. Seek thee an anchor for thy humanity, a rock to cling to when storms come.
Anezka.
Love for a mortal is the most dangerous of all anchors.
I must see Anezka.
That is most unwise. The cheerful world of daylight is lost to thee.
I must see her again, just to look upon her for a moment.
Ekaterina would not be pleased. Oh, very well. Shouldst thou display valor on our mission this night, I shall take thee to the convent, but only for a moment to glimpse her as she sleeps. Now come, our mission lies ahead.
You know it's turbo hot love, where you're also compounding those feelings with the decision to treat that person as your anchor. Oof. Treating a person like that, like developing that kind of dependency, is dangerous, both for your well-being and for the other person. Can't help you fix yourself. But then again, a kindred, Canaanites, vampires, can make good use of touchstones to retain a connection with their humanity. Inorna! Hope all is well with you?
Hello, young one. What is it you... But hold. You do look so strangely. Ah, they have hurt you. The Canaanites have taken ye for their own. Oh, my poor boy. But fear not. Unorna neither fears ye nor casts ye out. I'll help ye, if I can.
Great. And now she's opened up more inventory to us. Can sell these rats. Go ahead and chuck the healing juices we have. I'm pretty sure we can chuck the disease vaccines as well. He says, squinting, tilting his head, before electing to keep one, just in case he is incorrect. Oh, we're gonna have so much money. So much incredible stacks of wealth. We buy any of these discipline scrolls? No. Blood pouch? Also no. Art shield for stake protection. Blood bracelets. Discipline rings. Yes. Making discipline cost cheaper. Very handy. But of course, way out of our price range. We can still make use of holy water. But I did sell all of mine. We definitely want to keep the rest of this stuff. Rats. Enjoy, Willem, my gift to you. For being a dear companion already.
Take care.
I'm not certain how much time passes between when Christof is embraced and, like, when he comes out of the University Haven to have a chat with Ekaterina and then get dragged to this mission. I don't think it's the same night. But I couldn't say for certain. Anyway, the monastery is over yonder. Before I go there, though, Grimith does have to make a decision on how he's spending these experience points. I don't have to, but I have to. So, coming back, Christof will be built one way or another for proceeding with the game, and it will not be a manipulation. There was a playthrough where I gave him the incredible manipulation to generate infinite wealth, and you know what? It was all fun and games, but there's only so much you can do with infinite wealth. Money can't solve every problem. No, that's just what the rich people tell me. Take care.